Hello. I am Shalini from the Self-Awakening Mission. Acharya Chanakya stated a very profound and simple truth. He said that arguing with fools, responding to slanderers, and debating with lowly people is not a sign of intelligence but a mark of foolishness. Understanding this is most important in today's world. However, the person who masters the art of ignoring is the one who moves forward, stays focused on their goal, and becomes a true player in life. Habit 1. Control your mind and think positively. If you want to learn to ignore things, you first have to understand that it's all a game of the mind. In life, we all face many failures. During such times, an internal struggle begins. External circumstances disappoint us, and our minds become restless. This is when we need a strong mindset and positive thinking. Chanakya Niti repeatedly states that a person's state of mind is their greatest strength and weakness. Chanakya said that controlling the mind is the greatest art. The world won't always go the way you want it to. Not everyone will understand you, nor will every situation meet your expectations. If you pay attention to everything, you will get tired. It's essential to learn to ignore unnecessary things and people. Chanakya gave the example of a rose and its thorns. Every rose has thorns. No matter how hard you try, you can't completely eliminate the thorns, but it is possible to reach the flower by avoiding them. This also applies to society and life's circumstances. There will be some difficulties and obstacles everywhere, but you must learn how to avoid them rather than fight them. Habit 2. Don't respond to everything, time will give the answer. Look, it's not necessary to respond to everything. Sometimes, it's more important to show, not tell. Many people will provoke you and say, "You can't do anything, you're not capable." But these words aren't answered with your mouth, they are answered with your actions. The Chanakya Niti clearly states that there is no greater respondent than time. This means that the people who are laughing at you today will be put in their place by time itself if you continue on your path with patience and hard work. This silence, this peace, is the greatest answer. If you have to respond, do it with your work, with your success. People will keep talking, you just ignore them and grow. This is the Chanakya Niti, to keep moving toward your goal without wasting time. Habit 3. Learn to say no and set your boundaries. Just as it's important to be positive in life, it's also important to say no. People who are too straightforward can't say no easily. They are ready to do everything. Later, they become sad thinking, "Why do bad things happen to good people like us?" This is also clear in the Chanakya Niti. Chanakya explained that a person must set their boundaries because people will take advantage of your weakness without them. Ignoring others' words and saying no when necessary is an art that only a wise person can learn. If you let everyone sit on your head, you will eventually fall flat on your face. People are waiting to take advantage of your weakness. Habit 4. Learn to let go and become lighter. What is essential to learn in order to move forward? I say that you need to let go of a lot of things to move forward. When you travel by plane, you have limited baggage. Why? Because to fly in the air, you have to be light. If you want to rise higher in life, you have to become lighter. You must remove many things from your mind. Chanakya clearly wrote that only those who leave behind the burden of the past, people's criticisms, and unnecessary things become truly free and successful. So, learn to let go. Habit 5. Don't justify everything. If you keep explaining everything to others, believe me, you are making yourself weak. Why did I do this? Why did I stop talking to them? The habit of answering everything and trying to prove your point gradually drains your mental energy. The Chanakya Niti clearly says, Maunam Sarvartha Sadhanam, which means silence is often the solution to all problems. When you are silent, you appear strong because those who truly understand you find the answer in your silence, and those who don't will never believe you, no matter how much you explain. Giving explanations is a form of begging, a plea for acceptance. Once people see that you give explanations, they will test you repeatedly. So, make this a habit from today. Habit 6. Focus on your goal. They say that sometimes, to win a big battle, you have to lose a small one. This means that if your goals are big, you shouldn't let your attention get distracted by small things. Chanakya also taught his disciples that a person's purpose must be clear and constant. Your goal is the mango fruit, not the mango tree. This means you have to focus your energy and hard work on that goal, not on unnecessary things. The bigger the task, the greater the challenge. The bigger the goal, the greater the problem. If you have a big dream for yourself, it's natural that there will be obstacles on the way. But you should not be disturbed. Habit 7. Don't be naive, be smart. This is the law of the jungle. This is the law of life. The more straightforward and simple you are, the sooner you will be harmed. In this world, no one is for anyone. This world doesn't let those who are too simple and try to be everyone's friend live. Chanakya clearly stated in his Niti that there are many people in life who try to take advantage of your simplicity and naivety. Therefore, Chanakya taught that one should always be alert and use their intelligence. Without wisdom and self-preservation, being naive means making yourself weak. There is a difference between ignoring and showing arrogance. Habit 8. Be a little aloof, speak less. One of the biggest problems is that you listen too much. If someone says something about you, you immediately ask, "Okay, tell me what they were saying about me?" This habit is harmful to you. Chanakya clearly said in his Niti that a person who gets so entangled in others' words that they waste their energy and time becomes weak. The more you talk, the cheaper you become. The biggest misunderstanding in today's world is that if I keep explaining myself, people will understand me. No, the opposite happens. The person who repeatedly explains themselves, responds to every matter, and keeps giving justifications gradually lowers their value. People stop taking their words seriously.